Hello and welcome everybody. We've decided to take a short little weekend break from all the recording and working so very hard. So there will be no live this week. This is going to be a recorded version of your Yoga Nidra with the Asana and Yoga Nidra. We hope that you enjoy it. And in the Yoga Nidra, there may be the sound of tractors. We are in harvest season. It doesn't happen often, but we are in harvest season. So there may be a little droning sound in the background. This is a great time to practice releasing external noises and turning within. So hello everybody again and welcome. I hope you enjoyed the lesson on the third eye chakra and all about our perception, our intuition. I'm just going to go through one or two of the little things again. What we've realized through this lesson is that we have to cleanse our mind. We have to cleanse our emotions and our words, because this is where all of our problems are happening in the world today. Again, we cannot solve a problem with the same mind that created it, okay? So we spoke about intuition. This is imperative in the world today. Intuition is getting a feel of what is right and wrong, and we were born with it. We came into the world with it. Exactly like I said, the baby feels who its mother is, its father is. It was a natural thing. It's been stripped away. It is who we are in essence, and we need to grow that. It does become not so great, if you want to call it, when we're using it for wrong things, to look into other people's stuff of what they're doing and how they're doing and what they're reading into, that kind of thing. It was created for you. You came with it to work with it for yourself, using your intuition by yourself, on feeling through people, energies, and things like that to work with yourself, okay? So let's just talk about that a little bit more. Intuition, like we said, is imperative. We have got the internet. We have got the age of information just coming through huge, okay? And there's so much of it. And if we have a look on the internet, a lot of the stuff that we look at, people are saying to me more and more, Jen, I can't even trust. I go on to look up what exercise I can do with the chakra, and there are 24,000 different people saying different things, and some of it I think, well, that's got nothing to do with that chakra, or this has got nothing to do with it. A lot of the information, people are making up stuff which isn't even real news. It's fake news, things that have happened years ago or things that are happening. That is why we need our intuition to feel through what is real and not. The physical world and our physical ears and eyes take in everything. It makes a perception, but the intuition is there to help us feel through. Does this resonate with me or not? Okay? It makes life a lot easier to deal with, and we have to grow into complete beings now of using our full faculties. Also, another thing that we need it for is if we're working with cleansing out our energy space and cleansing out our mind and emotions, we have to feel through people. There is a lot of negativity in the world, and it doesn't mean that anybody's wrong, right, bad, or anything like that. It's just what we've had as our information on how life works to this point. And now suddenly, with technology taking off, we're seeing even more, okay? So what we have to do with that is be able to feel through people. We've been taught to look on a physical level at a person and go, they are beautiful. Yes, I want to be with them, okay? Or they have a good body. I'd like to be with them. It goes deeper now. We need to feel through to their soul, to their energy, and not being nosy and going in of what they're doing wrong, but just feeling the energy of, do I want to allow this into my space? Because if I do, I've got to go back to the beginning and start cleansing out again. We're not saying they're bad, we're not saying they're wrong, but we have a choice of what we want to do for ourselves, how far along we want to come on our journey of evolution, of self-realization. So we need to feel through which songs resonate with us. We have to feel through what things resonate with us. For argument's sake, I say to my people when they go to the crystal shop and they want to buy a crystal or whatever, and they'll say, Jen, which one do you think I need? And I say, this has got nothing to do with me. This is growing your intuition. If they say to me, which mantra should I use to practice with? And I say to them, it's got nothing to do with me. You've got to feel which resonates with you. If I tell you which one, you're going to have to sit and sing that for 21 days. And if it's not resonating with you, it's not going to be a pleasant experience. So this is the whole thing about learning to feel for ourselves and not getting information from other people's perspective, the good opinion of others, because they have their own journey of where they're at, what they've been through. So intuition becomes very important on a different level now of feeling through energy, of feeling through what is real and what is not real in all the information that's been thrown at us on the internet, and how we can move forward on our growth in life. Also, what we have to remember, the next thing was intellect. Intellect, again, as I said, is tapping into the unknown level of ourselves to get universal information, okay? Not what we've been taught here of how it works. And that is very much the way that it comes through me in common sense. I sit in silence, I ask a question, I listen, and suddenly it'll come through me in a common sense way, which is, for argument's sake, when they said if you cannot see and touch the aura, it does not exist. And what came to me as well, you can't see and touch your feelings and your thoughts, but we know we have them. Same with our third eye. These are all perceptions. And it's not that it's bad, it's just that maybe they didn't know that we didn't have accessibility to that. But now that we do, we can work with it. So we tap into the silent space between the thoughts, not empty the mind, to hear, to listen, to receive common sense, okay, from the higher perspective of how life works, that created life, of how that works, and not the information that we've been fed from generation to generation of the first person that arrived on the planet with amnesia and not knowing where they come from, what they're doing here, and just making it all up. So we're coming through very, very exciting times of being able to work with ourselves. The next thing is, we said, psychic abilities. Okay, lots of people also think psychic abilities, no, that's evil, it's not good, it's your inner senses, okay? Your outer senses are your see, feel, touch, smell, taste, and so on. Your inner senses, you have them also. We know that. We spoke about the house that the children had to see with their eyes. We have their inner eye. We can sometimes feel things. We can hear our inner guiding voice. If we cut that off, and yes, it is maybe not so, I don't want to say good or bad because it's neither. It's not as beneficial if we're using it to go into other people's stuff, to see what they're doing, to see what they're thinking. Remember, when you're moving into somebody else's energy field, you're taking on their stuff. Do you want that in your energy field? It is for you to use for yourself, to sense for yourself, to know for yourself. Okay, so these abilities of see, hear, touch, smell, feel is to help you personally, and that's why we want to grow them. And again, they don't go to the gym, they cannot pick up a weight, there are exercises that we do with them. And that's what comes out in the yoga nidras when I'm saying, feel this, see this. And in the beginning, people say, I can't see it, I can't feel it. And I say, no, but that's the exercise. It has been stripped away from us. We have to rebuild it. And to rebuild it, it needs exercise of keep being told. We keep telling the mind, see it, feel it, see it. And eventually, the mind is a seeking mechanism. It waits for us to tell it what to do. So we're telling it. And eventually, when we repeat and repeat and repeat, it gets it and goes, oh, this is what I have to do. And we start seeing, we start feeling, we start hearing. Okay? And all of those feelings will come from soul, and it will be beautiful. Soul speaks in inspiration, in guidance. It is soft, it is warm, it is from love. If we're getting anything that is not from love, that feels low, that is coming from ego. So we want to meditate further to get rid of those feelings and those programs. Okay. Then we came, the other part of it was imagination and visualization. I just want to go a little bit deeper into that. Your visualization is focused intention on specific objects of what you want to see and what you want to create, okay? Specific mental pictures. Imagination is a broad mental faculty, and that is for novel, new, innovative ideas, okay? On the physical level, we may think we know what it is that we want, and we keep manifesting on those things, okay? We'll get them. It will not bring contentment, fulfillment. When we start moving from visualization into imagination, where we open up and broaden our mental faculty and wait, suddenly new innovative ideas come in from soul, because soul knows what your purpose is, what you're doing here, what will bring you complete contentment, fulfillment. It knows the desires of what you need, what your purpose is on this planet. So it's all about going into that space of using the broader mental faculty to allow new novel ideas to come in. Now, this is a very beautiful thing, because I have a lot of people, guys and girls, that come on teachers training, and in the beginning they go, I've come to learn my purpose, I want to know my purpose. And some of them say, I already have my purpose. And as we're going through the yoga nidras and everything else, and we're starting to cleanse, we do it 3 times a day, 21 days, over and over, and we're cleansing and cleansing. And as we're doing that, suddenly they'll come and go, I came up with this idea out of the middle of nowhere. In the middle of the night, I woke up with this idea, and I think, wow, I'd love to do that. It excited me. I've never ever thought of that before, because we're cleansing the rubbish and we're allowing the imagination to bring in novel, new ideas. That's what the planet needs now. Not that keep going around and round and round on things that aren't working, and we can see that happening. So yeah, that is a very beautiful thing. And as I said, a lot of them say, Jen, I can't visualize, I can't see. It's in the practice. Just keep repeating, and the subconscious will get, oh, that's what I have to do. And it will do. But you have to create that new pathway, and you will see, and you will feel, and you will hear. And that's important, because then you start creating who you are, and start listening to the desires of your soul, which will bring you complete fulfillment and contentment. And you'll attract everything that you need to take you there, because you're vibrating a lot higher. Okay. The other thing that we have to come to is, eventually we come to surrender, where we're not manifesting anymore what we think we want or how we see it, okay, but to the pure space of surrender. And when we do the new moon and the full moon and all those rituals, when the people are here on retreat, I'll tell them after the Yoga Nidra to turn over and write down everything that they want to release, everything that they feel doesn't serve them, the feelings, every feeling that they're having. Because people or circumstances around them are coming from feelings that they're creating. So the thoughts and feelings they want to release. I'll then go in and say to them, and now write down what it is you want to create. So they'll lie there and they'll write for hours and hours, and I'll just get up, write, and get up and walk out. And they go, but that was quick. And I go, it's quite simple. I'm releasing what no longer serves me, mentally, emotionally, consciously or subconsciously. Whether I remember it or not, I'm releasing that. What am I creating? I surrender. Thy will be done. So you tell me. Because once I've got that, and you've brought in the innovative new idea, and I start performing that, and even it's in doing the same work that I'm doing, but doing it in a different way, instead of only at the retreat, but out in online work, okay, and it'll take it further and further as I listen more and more and more. It is a journey. We are growing. I haven't reached the point, okay, so I surrender. Now, be very careful, because when you surrender, you have to be ready for what comes to you. And when you surrender, you're saying, you can bring to me, soul, your desire. What is my purpose that will take me even further and bring me more fulfillment and contentment? And how can I serve the world further? Because now we're going into a whole new time. We're going into a whole new space of all new information and relearning ourselves. So my purpose has to grow a little bit further. And remember, I said in the beginning, you're going to have a whole lot of things thrown at you that you do not like. Challenges, whatever, no income, no bookings, no this, no that. If you get involved in it, you're stopping the process. If you look at it and go, oh, this is coming to tell me something. What is it that I need to learn from this? And then in the early hours when I wake up, I get, if there were people here, you wouldn't be able to create online. There is a much broader audience that need help right now with where we are going through and all the changes that are taking place. So I have the time to sit down in the 3 or 6 weeks where I have no bookings and actually do the recordings, okay? And it's that openness of being okay. And things come in, they happen. You're not just left with nothing. Little things happen that come in to support you through that while you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. So that surrender is a huge thing. And remember, when all the challenges come up, all it's doing is putting in front of your face what is blocking you from pure manifestation and reaching purely what your purpose is, because there's thoughts and feelings that have to be eradicated. Now, if we're looking at those thoughts and feelings and going, no, why is this happening? Well, take it as, this is what I have to clear. And sit down, clear it, okay? Reimplant, clear, implant. And so, all of a sudden you see things starting to move towards you, okay, to support you in getting there. It's an amazing thing, okay? So be ready for the challenges, be okay to work with them, be okay to notice them, be okay to let them go. And nobody can tell you what you're doing wrong or where you're going wrong. Only your soul knows your purpose, and only your soul knows what things, when those things come up, only you can feel them and work with them, okay? So yeah, it's exactly as like the glass of water that we spoke about in the beginning. If you've got your glass and it's filled with sludge at the bottom and you want to clean it, we take the fresh water and we pour it in and we let it come all the way to the top and we let all the old sludge flow out until eventually the glass is clean and we've got clean water. When you're fighting with your challenges that come up, or when you're going back into negative thought, not seeing them as a gift that has come up to show you what needs to be cleared, we start arguing with it. Why is this happening? Why have I got no work? This is not working. This is, instead of going, what is this trying to show? Oh, it's a thought and feeling of lack, or the thought and feeling of whatever it is that's blocking us, and we need to clean it up. So when you've got that jug and you go into Yoga Nidra, yes, you're pouring in the clean water and some of the stuff is coming out. When you go back into your day, you're still holding those thoughts and feelings. So now you're filling it up with muddy water again. And it's clean and it's muddy, and it's clean and it's muddy, and it never gets cleared. So it's an understanding that when you receive or you surrender and you receive what your purpose is and challenges are thrown at you, see that those challenges of feeling needy, feeling desperate, feeling whatever it is, needs to be cleared first. Because as I said in the video before, if you are manifesting from a mind of desperation, you will receive, but then it won't be enough. And then you'll have to do the next thing. And you're going to go running round and round and round in circles until you come to do the work for yourself. The journey of the self, through the self, to the self. So basically what we're doing in this work is that we're preparing, cleansing, healing the mind. We're taking out all the weeds, all the lower vibration thoughts and feelings. We're cultivating higher vibration thoughts and feelings, and the practice has to be continuing for the pathway to be created. And we're creating thoughts and feelings of gratitude. So we're clearing out the weeds of need and desperation. We're filling it with gratitude. When we fill with gratitude, we receive more to be grateful for. That is how you create, through your thoughts and feelings, what you are being. And a lot of people say, I keep saying I want to be grateful, and I try to feel grateful. When you say to me, take a few moments to give and feel deep gratitude. I can't feel it. I can't feel it. No, because your mind is filled and your emotions of old feelings and thoughts that haven't been cleansed. So the more we cultivate, taking out the weeds, filling it with gratitude, eventually that is where we come to. And as I said, there is no quick fix. There is no quick fix, okay? When you're doing it quickly, 6 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, it's all good. It'll do a bit, but it's never going to take you to the end and lasting contentment and inner peace. Okay, so yeah, this whole thing brings me to a space of feeling that, isn't this what's supposed to be taught in our schools to children? Shouldn't they be learning about their multi-dimensional being? Shouldn't they be learning about their thoughts and feelings and how to feed them and how to cultivate them and how to weed out? Shouldn't they be receiving inspiration, upliftment, motivation, that each and every single one of them are intelligent in no matter what form, and they all have their own gifts and talents, instead of being told, you're not good academically, you don't run as fast as this one? Do you understand how we can actually create a powerful future generation? So it's not only starting with everybody on the planet, but also going to the little ones to create our new future generation. And yes, I understand that some of us may not be here to see this, but we have got children and we have grandchildren, and we need to be taking that into consideration. All right, so that takes us back to the statement of all our problems on the planet comes from the mind of man. Every single one of them. Cruelty to animals, gender-based violence, discrimination, everything. War, hatred, it all comes from the mind of man. And we have to go back to the mind of man, each and every single person, cleansing their minds, weeding out the thoughts and feelings that they've been programmed with, and cultivating a new outlook. And only that way we will come to a world where there's love, where there's peace, where there's gratitude, where there's understanding, where there's forgiveness and everything else. So yeah, it's going back to the root of the problem, which is the mind of man. All those other things will disappear once we've cultivated that. And yes, people say to me, Jen, how long does it take? How many times a day are you going to do it? How long are you going to do it for? How disciplined are you going to be with it? It's all up to you. It is your journey. I can give you the techniques. It's yours to implement. Okay. So, yeah, it's basically about coming, and the one other thing, all our fears, aging, illnesses, everything comes from a programmed mind, okay? We're told when you get old, you'll wrinkle. We are told when you get old, your body will, oh, we've got a tractor coming in, give us a moment. There we are. Okay, so basically it's aging, it's illness, it's all those kind of things, war, whatever it is, all those things that are being implicated by the mind. If you think of aging, it's all the thoughts, all the worries, all the cares that you're holding, things that you're letting get to instead of releasing them. It holds you down, it makes you feel heavy, it makes you feel tired, it makes you, and that all has an impact on the body, okay? I know two people that have been doing yoga nidra meditation, and when I look at them, the look of who they are, the age that they don't look anywhere near that age, okay? So it comes with illness also. It's things that are eating away in us. If we can cleanse all of them, and I'm not saying that's the only thing, and I'm not saying that's the only medical thing. No, there's other things that we have to deal with, and our doctors and everything else are very, very important. But what I'm saying is, if you think about the heaviness you carry from your thoughts and feelings, how it impacts on your body, and I do specific techniques here with the people where they can actually see when they're saying and thinking things that are negative. I make them say positive and I make them say negative, and they can see, I do a technique to show them how their thoughts, words and feelings are actually impacting on their physical body and the power or the energy and the non-energy it has by just saying words. And sometimes they're not even holding the feelings. They're laughing when I'm making them say it, okay? But it is showing the impact. These are powerful. Maybe I'll go into them a little bit later, but that's where we are. So yeah, we're just going to turn the studio around so we can go into our asanas and our yoga nidra for the third eye point. Okay, so our asanas today are for the third eye point. And yeah, if you You can see it's far in the distance because we had to make sure that you can see me when I'm standing up long ways. So if you need to, just use fingers to go in to see easier. The first exercises that we're going to be using is our eye exercises. I spoke about them in the lesson, so let's practice them together. Sitting into easy posture, shoulders back, chest forward, chin in a slight Jalandhara Bandha. Now, we need to hold that Jalandhara Bandha maybe a little bit more than slightly, okay, to make sure that the head is going to stay still when we're doing the eye exercises and it doesn't move. So it's like you're holding your little book between your chin and chest and you don't want to drop it. We're going to bring the hands down to the ground and we're going to turn the thumbs face upward. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a deep breath, slow breath in, and as we breathe in, we're going to raise the right thumb and just let the eyes follow the thumb. Make sure that you're not moving your head, you're only moving the eyes. It's the eyes that we want to exercise. And take it till it's just slightly out of sight, and exhale, bring the thumb back down towards the ground. And you can breathe in again, raising the left thumb up, keeping the chin in Jalandhara Bandha. Eyes are following the thumbnail all the way up till it's just about out of sight. And exhale, lowering it all the way back down. And you would repeat 5 of those. Start off with 5, move up to 7 and eventually 10. Remember in the beginning, as I said, it can be very uncomfortable around the eyes, so you will repeat that 5 times in the beginning. The next exercise, we bring our arms out parallel to the ground, and we're going to look at the right thumb. Make sure the chin is in Jalandhara Bandha, tucked in nicely so that the head doesn't move. We're going to inhale and start moving the right thumb all the way out to the side, the right side, as far as we can till it's just about out of sight. And we're going to breathe out and bring it back very slowly to the center. We're going to inhale and take the left hand out towards the left side, very, very slowly. Eyes are following, head is still. Make sure your chin is in line with your chest, and exhale as we bring it back to the center. And you're going to repeat those for 5 times also. The next one would be to have the hands onto the ground, and we're going to take the right hand and we're going to make sure the neck stays in Jalandhara Bandha. We're going to start drawing a huge big circle with the right hand. And the eyes are following the thumbnail all the way around, as wide as we can, taking it just beyond where we can see it and all the way down. And then we're going to go in the opposite direction with the left thumb, breathing in on the upward and out on the downward, making sure that the head stays very still. In the beginning, you can get somebody to stand behind you and just hold your head gently until you get used to the feeling. And you would repeat that 5 times also. As I said, it becomes quite uncomfortable around the eyes in the beginning. So even if you have to start off with 3 of each, okay, and move it up slowly. After that, you're going to sit and blink the eyes rapidly and just keep blinking them. Okay, and when we've done that for about 30 seconds, what we're going to do is rub the hands briskly together, creating a beautiful energy, a warm vibration in the hands. And we're just going to cup the hands and place them over our eyes and hold them, just soothing them, giving gratitude for them for the exercising they've done to stimulate our third eye point. And we'll hold that for about 30 seconds, even if you like to 60 seconds. Okay. The next exercise, and we've done it a couple of times, but it's a very important exercise in a lot of the postures. So we're just going to, from easy posture, come up onto the all fours. Uncross the legs, okay? Place the buttocks onto the heels. Inhale, raise the arms above the head. And exhale, very slowly come down towards the ground.
Placing the hands onto the mat, taking the third eye point to the mat, and holding with long, deep breathing. Remember in the beginning, if it doesn't reach there, that's perfect, no worries, it will come with time. If you have somebody that can gently just move your buttocks closer to the heels, if not, the stretch will happen with time. Just hold the posture with long, deep breathing. Bring your awareness into your third eye point.
Situate it between the eyebrows and just remain in that position. And just take deep breaths in and out. And imagine that you're breathing through your third eye point. Remember, subconscious doesn't know fact from fiction. So we're breathing through our third eye point, and as you breathe in, feel yourself drawing in love, gratitude, all higher vibrations, but love is all higher vibrations. And as you breathe out, just feel any dark cloud leaving your third eye point, going into the earth. And you may want to name specific things, thoughts or feelings that you're working with to release. It may be anger, it may be jealousy, it may be a lack in confidence. Just see and feel all those feelings and thoughts disappearing from the third eye point into the earth. And it's not a matter of, oh, how can it go into the earth? That is on a logical level. We're telling the subconscious what we want it to do. What you think and feel, you create. So just keep feeling all those lower vibrations gently leaving through your third eye point and feel it being flushed out.
And from this position, again, we've done these before, but these are important for the third eye specifically because we're resting the forehead onto the ground.
So we slide the right knee between the hands, bring the calf to a 45-degree angle, and gently lower the hips to the ground. Look up towards the heavens on an inhalation, and on an exhalation, very, very slowly, from the hips, lower the navel, eventually the chest, and finally the forehead.
And just let it rest onto the ground. Raise your arms above your head and bring the hands, palms of the hands together. And we're just going to relax here with deep breaths in and out. And again, just taking your awareness to feeling all low vibrations simply being exited through your third eye point, all the low vibration feelings and thoughts about perception, intuition, imagination. Just allow them to be released. We bring the hands back to either side of the body and inhale. Come up very, very slowly.
And exhale, sliding the right leg back out and coming into chakra.
And again, just being in the moment, presence in the moment. One point of awareness on the third eye point, cleansing, purifying, and cultivating.
Left knee goes between the hands, taking the calf to a 45-degree angle and gently sliding into pigeon. Deep breaths in and out. On an exhalation, lowering from the navel to the chest and finally the forehead towards the ground. Just where you're comfortable, it'll come in time. Raise the arms above the head, palms of the hands together. This is your cleansing, purifying, and releasing time. So focus is only on thoughts, feelings you want to release that are blocking you in this chakra. Any low vibration thoughts of imagination, intuition,
perception, just allowing them all to be released into the earth for healing. And if you want to, after that, see and feel it dissolve into the earth and just feel yourself drawing in beautiful high vibrations of love into your third eye point. Bring the hands back to either side of the body. Inhale, come up very, very slowly. Slide the left leg out and come back into child. And again, resting the forehead onto the ground. Deep breaths in and out. Inhale, raise the arms above the head. Exhale, float them down either side of the body. Come to the all fours and gently transition into the standing position. We're coming into mountain posture. Shoulders are back, chest is forward, chin in a slight Chandala Bandha. Squeeze Mula Bandha to support you. And if you don't know what Mula Bandha is, it is in the previous recordings. And all we're going to do is we're going to inhale, raise the arms up and bend the knees, coming into chair. Now again, I know a lot of people do chair this way. It's perfect. Modern yoga teaches us in this way. You're quite welcome to do whatever works with you. I was taught in this position to hold the spine straight because this work is about allowing the spiritual energy to move through you from the base upward. Okay. Again, we're not putting any pressure on the lower back because we're squeezing Mula Bandha, the muscles in the lower region, to hold the posture, and so just where you're comfortable. On an exhalation, we're going to straighten the knees and swan down the hands down either side of the body. Interlace the hands together behind the back. Roll the shoulders back. We're going to take a deep inhale, and on the exhalation, we're going to bend from the hips, keeping the spine as straight as possible. And we're going to drop to halfway. We're going to push the arms back as far as we can, and we're going to take a couple of deep breaths in and out at this position. Then we're going to take a deep breath in, and on the exhalation, we're going to go down the rest of the way, taking the nose towards the knee. We're going to float the hands down to either side of the feet and try to place the palms flat on the ground. If they're not there and the nose is not at the knee, it's perfect. Just pop your hands behind your ankles and gently pull each time you do it. And eventually, the hands will touch the ground and the nose the knee. We're going to inhale, raise the torso up, come up onto the fingertips, roll the eyes upward as though you're trying to look out. Exhale and lower the palms to the ground, nose to the knee. Inhale, raise the torso, lift up. Again, roll the eyes upwards. Remember, all these are part of the exercises that we're doing. We're not just looking anywhere. And exhale, flatten the palms to the ground, nose to the knee. And you would repeat that 5 times. And on the 5th one, interlacing the hands behind the back again. Very, very slowly, starting to raise up to the halfway position. Pausing, taking a couple of deep breaths in and out. And on the next inhalation, coming all the way back up, very, very slowly. And breathing out, hands on either side of the body. Deep breath in and out. Our next one would be to breathe in, raise the arms above the head. Exhale, bend from the hips, keep the spine straight. taking the hands all the way down to either side of the feet. Nose to the knee, stepping the right and the left foot out, dropping the buttocks, the lower body towards the ground, coming into upward dog but with the toes tucked in because we want to transition into downward dog. And downward dog is a beautiful asana also for the third eye point. And we just hold here with long deep breathing. Awareness on the third eye point. Feel it being purified, cleansed. Deep breaths in and out. Step the right and the left foot between the hands. Come back into forward fold. Inhale, stretch arms out. And exhale, lower the hands down to either side of the body. I just have to pause for a moment here. We've got all the crested crane out in the fields in front of us, and I just want to enjoy that moment. Thank you for that. Okay, the next one we're going to do is we're going to step the left foot out onto the mat as far back as we can get it. And what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that the heel of the right foot is in line with the instep of the left foot. We're going to inhale and interlace the hands behind the back, roll the shoulders back. We're going to exhale, bend the right knee, and as you're going into a lunge, make sure that you can see your first two toes, so you're not putting weight on a misaligned knee, but bending the knee and simultaneously stretching out and downward, taking the crown of the head to the inside of the right foot. And we're just going to hold this posture with long deep breathing. Feel the purification of holding your awareness on the third eye point. And eventually inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, hands down to either side of the body. Turn the right foot in and the left foot out. Again, check your alignment. Hips and shoulders are facing the wall in front. The heel of the left foot is in line with the instep of the right foot. Inhale, interlacing the hands behind the back. Rolling the shoulders back. Exhale, bend the left knee. Make sure that you're looking at your left foot and you can see your toes. And as you bend from the hips, bringing the head down towards the inside of the foot. And we're just taking deep breaths in and out. Again, the awareness is on the third eye point. And when you're done, deep breaths in and out. Very, very slowly, coming all the way up, and exhale back to the center. So we're going to turn the studio around again for your yoga